Warning: Mysterious Spirits Forsaken Friendship is not intended for younger audiences under the age of 16. It contains mature themes and violence. Viewer discretion is advised. Mysterious Spirits Forsaken Friendship, Chapter 13: The Truth Hurts. Standing there with surprise, Annabelle looks deeply into Alari's eyes. She hasn't seen Alari in generations. She was informed that Alari has been flying around the world, country to country. Why is she here and not in heaven? This makes no sense to her. Annabelle knows why her father Sir Pentious is in hell for. Many times when he sees innocent people get hurt, he never bothers to warn others or do anything about it. He always kept to himself, and it angers her. Annabelle, I'm so delighted to see you, Alari greets, tilting her head for a second as she makes a radiostatic sound. What happened to your wings? Did you get into a fight or something? Alari waves out her staff as she smiles. Annabelle remembers what the issue she and Adam had. Adam brutally tore off her wings and forced her to go to hell. How can she bear to tell anyone about this? How could she even begin to speak the words? Then, with chill, Annabelle takes a deep breath. Adam did this to me. Alari, why are you in hell for? You've done nothing wrong, Annabelle said. Alari smirks at her and waves her staff. Oh, it's a long story. But how did you? Annabelle was just about to speak, but before she could get the chance to, another radio deer demon and a demon with blonde hair and red eyes steps in. The radio deer demon looks just like Alari, but he has long black pants with a red stripe instead of a skirt. The blonde-haired demon is dressed in a red suit with a black bow tie. She has red circles on each cheek, and she has pale skin. Alari, my dear. The radio demon steps closer to her and touches Alari's chin, lifting her up. We need to go and visit an old friend of mine. Now let's go. Of course, my dear, Alari responds, shaking her head. These two must have known each other for a while now. Annabelle thought to herself. Alari turns to Annabelle. I would love to help you, but I need to be somewhere with Alistair and Charlie. We talk about this later, okay? The blonde-haired demon looks at Annabelle with principally. You must be new here. Charlie reaches out her hand, willing to shake Annabelle's hand with a smile. Yes, I am, Annabelle replied. I'd love to chat with you more, but we need to be somewhere right now. Charlie rests her hands. You're welcome to stay here and make yourself feel comfortable. Charlie waves goodbye. Annabelle watches Charlie, Alistair, and Alari exit the hotel. I can't believe it. A horrifying old-timer like him, and I can't even get a single woman to agree to come home and bang me? Marty complains, rolling his eyes. There is no justice in this world. No justice, I say. Marty picks up a glass and throws it on the clouds. Ha 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 ha. And I say there's plenty. Ruby chuckles, lying on a lounge chair. She smirks at him. Shut the fuck up, corpse. Marty yells, stomping away with rage as if he was a little child in school. Annabelle stood there, looking at her reflection in the small cup of wine, sitting on the table, not knowing what to do. Adam tore off her wings in anger and kicked her head ahead of him. She felt so alone until she hears someone call her name. Oh, hello, Annabelle. Annabelle looks up to see her friend Molly standing there drinking alcohol. Annabelle lifts a brow. Why is Molly here for? Was she kicked out too, or did she leave her dream behind? Molly? What are you doing here? Annabelle asks. Molly rolls her eyes with joy. Annabelle is known to be nosy, of course. Annabelle would ask that. Oh, I don't know. Molly takes out a bottle of alcohol and pours it into her glass. My friend Kitty came back to bring me home, so that's why I'm here. Then, with pain, Annabelle forces herself to walk over to Molly. She remembers Adam's wicked plan. He has hoped she wasn't too late. It's a ruse! You can't tell Adam about the underground passageway, Annabelle yells, quickly resting her hands on Molly's wrists. Just then, with courage, Sir Pentious steps in. He hasn't spoken to his daughter since he got divorced by her mother. He had made so many mistakes in the past. Now that he's trying to redeem himself, maybe starting with his daughter will be the first step to go like how he did with Charlie, Vaggie, and Angel Dust. Sir Pentious begins to feel hot as if he is standing out in the sun for too long. She has already told us about the fact that she's did. That plot is already in motion. He takes out a glass from the bar as Husk enters the bar. They were both about to speak, but before they could, Angel Dust gets up from the sofa and heads over to where Vaggie's coming down the stairs. Husk walks over to the sofa and sits down. Charlie and Alistair left like they were both running from their responsibilities. Angel just points with both of his fingers. Should we be alarmed? He waves his hands with worry. No, Baggy steps in. We have a plan, but it includes us defending ourselves against the angels, Baggy said as Kitty steps in to listen. Huss lifts a brow as he rests his paw on his chin. Are you fucking high? Huss points at one of his eyes. They can be killed. Baggy makes a fist as if she was battling them right now. Just then, one of the egg demons comes over and turns to Vaggie. He is wearing a small black hat, a gray striped shirt with yellow stripes, and a black bow tie. Oh, yeah, that nice lady, Carmilla Carmine, killed one. He waves at her. Wait. Vaggie kneels down to listen. You knew about this? Oh, yeah. I told the boss about it months ago. The egg demon turns to Sir Pentious. He what? Vaggie turns to Sir Pentious with anger. What? He lifts his hands in the air with confusion. They say insane shit all the time. He makes fists. How was I supposed to know this one was true? He waves his hands up in the air again. Bank accounts are a scam created by the shadow government. The egg demon shouts. See? Sir Pentious waves his hands at him. Vaggie sighs, turning back towards him. She knows the hotel is in grave danger, and these demons weren't signed up for this. She didn't want them to feel forced into this. What's important now is we're gonna have a fight on our hands. Vaggie turns away from them. Look, this place is about to become the most dangerous place in hell, and I can't guarantee your safety anymore. I still believe in Charlie's dream. Vaggie lifts her hands in the air with confidence, and she narrows her eyes. I know this place can work, but none of you signed up for this. Veggie turns away with sorrow. I'm going to go and learn how we can fight back. Veggie walks over and opens the door. She then turns to them. And when I come back, we'll all understand if you're not here. Feeling upset, Vaggie exits the hotel without saying another word. Sir Pentious turns to Annabelle. Come on, we should leave now while we still have the chance. He wants to protect his daughter who he thought he'd never see again. He had longer to tell her he is sorry as well. Feeling hurt, he tries to rest his hand on her shoulder again. But before he could, Annabelle swiftly moves away, feeling heartbroken. Oh, Annabelle rolls her eyes with annoyance. She isn't really a fan of her father after what he didn't do for her. Look, Sir Pentious steps closer towards her to make amends. He makes peace signs with a smile. I never wanted to see you hurt. He goes and tries to rest his hand on her shoulder, but before he could, Annabelle swiftly pushes him away with disappointment. But you never wanted me safe badly enough to come and help me. You knew what was happening to me many years ago and you let it. And now what's worse is that you're going to do it again by running away from your responsibilities. That's so like you. Annabelle stomps her foot on the floor with rage. It's no wonder mother divorced you. It's no wonder no one wants you, pussy. Annabelle narrows her eyes and makes fists as if she is facing Adam again. Annabelle turns away from him, feeling heartbroken all over again, and she crosses her arms. I'll help them by finding Soren and Andrew, and I'll figure something out without you. Farewell, pussy. Annabelle exits the hotel, leaving them all behind without saying another word. Well, this was awkward. Serpentius is slouching. "Kay!" Nephty shouts, waving farewell. Kitty steps beside a husk and bends over. I feel so sorry for her. Aries and Andrew are sitting inside of the Seraphim building. The room is filled with bookshelves, tables, and chairs. The tables and chairs are a golden color. I know what this is, Aries. Andrew stands before Aries with narrowed eyes. I don't know what you're talking about. Aries responds, looking away, slouching, feeling anxious. Your game. What this is about. It's about Alari. You're not even willing to go after all the demons and slay them. Now are you? Andrew asks. I still don't know in God's name you're talking about. Aries looks away again as he begins to sweat as if he is surrounded by savage people. Andrew leans in with narrow eyes. Don't play a fool with me, Aries. I know you too well. Andrew crosses his arms. Just then, with an idea, Aries looks at him with a smirk on his face and he grabs Andrew by the arms. You're right. You do know me better than anyone else. Now tell me. Aries begins to lick his arms, feeling turned on. Have you ever considered joining me so we can win this war? You know, I've always wooed you with my love. Aries leans in onto his chest, and you chose me ever since the incident with the lark. Andrew lowers his head. He always had feelings for Aries, but he had loved Alari even more, and now he can tell just by looking at him. He now knows what he has done. Maybe I should have chose you sooner. Aries smirks at Andrew as he tries to kiss his chest, but before he could, Andrew moves away. But there's still one thing. Andrew takes out a note from his pocket. These letters are from Alari, right? Andrew lifts his hand in the air, still holding the letters. Aries looks away as he continues sweating. Yes, it's true. Aries holds his hands together. Andrew shows Aries the letter. Alright, let me ask you a question. He opens one of the letters and points at it. Alari writes in print, correct? Andrew narrows his eyes. Aries looks at the letter. Yes, that's correct. Aries is cut off by Andrew. Wrong! Andrew backs up. Alari's writing is in cursive. With rage, he slams the letters on the table. Not print. Soren and so did many other angels had supported me by looking for Alari and many others. I know what you're trying to do now. You're trying to manipulate me, so you can use my feelings to your advantage, but you forget. I'm not like young Mindy. Andrew punches the table, causing it to break. I can't be toyed with like that. I am not your plaything. With displeasure, Andrew stomps his foot on the ground. I'm very disappointed in you, Aries. I thought you knew better than that. Andrew points at his chest. I accepted you. I believed in you. I even stood beside you as your husband for many years. Clearly, that is a thing of the past. I've had it with your bullshit, you little lying prick. Andrew turns away from him. Andrew couldn't believe what Aries had done. He is the true cause of Alari's death and disappearance. He had wondered if that's why so many others are still missing. Alari must be in hell for sure now. He wonders if Malachi, Jackson, and May are there too. Just thinking of it makes him feel disgusted. He crosses his arms and closes his eyes for a moment. He then turns to Aries, making fists and taking a deep breath. He is through with this. He will never make a misstep like this ever again. I'm divorcing you, Andrew yells. Annabelle is running in hell, feeling eager to help her friends. Adam and so many other angels will be down here to attack soon. Archangels, cherubs, spirits, seraphims, and so much more. Annabelle knows how aggressive they can be, and it will be up to her to stop them. Just then, that thought soon leaves her mind when she hears someone call her name Annabelle. Annabelle immediately stops to notice she is in Cannibal Town. Where is the voice coming from? Annabelle looks back and forth. It wasn't any of the cannibals. They are all watching Charlie and listening to her as she speaks. Alistair, Alari, and some other woman is there wearing a large gray hat with red edges. The hat has fluffy red feathers with a skull head on it. She is wearing a gray dress with red on it. Her eyes are all a deep black color. Boo! An older woman shouts. She is wearing a dead gray fox on her neck. She is wearing an old burgundy dress. She is wearing red glasses. She has short white hair. She wears a burgundy hat with blue feathers, and she is waving a wooden stick up in the air with anger. Get off the stage, you blonde bitch! Boo! She continues waving her stick in the air. Wait, let me start over. Charlie waves her hand in the air. We don't give a shit about some hotel. Leave before I eat those big ass eyes of yours. Boo! The old woman yells. Charlie is up on the stage facing a microphone. We need your help with your assistance to make a stand. Charlie looks at the woman, beginning to feel nervous, and gently grabs the microphone stand. Let me try again. I have a dream. The older woman continues yelling at her. Where's the woman is cut off by Charlie, then feeling frustration. Charlie quickly grabs the microphone closer to herself. Fuck you, you old bitch! Charlie yells, lifting her finger in the air, flipping her off. All the cannibals gasp with shock. Annabelle looks at the old woman, lifting a brow. She must be very rude like this all the time. She believes most demons are a lot like her. The other woman standing on the gaze booth, the one with the large gray hat with a skull on it, the one with deep black eyes, looks like she orders a lot. She is standing beside Charlie, Alistair, and Alari. She must be the leader, Annabelle thought to herself. That thought soon ends when she feels someone pull her dress. Down here, bitch. Annabelle looks down to see a little teddy bear demon. He is a short brown colored bear. One of his ears has a bite mark on it. He is wearing a red belly shirt but no pants. He is eating human flesh and holding some of it in his paw, and he has red eyes. Annabelle looks at him, feeling grossed out. Eating meat was enough for her to see, but eating people is just beyond that. Annabelle turns away, gagging as she tries to hold her stomach. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you can't stand the sight of meat and blood. Feeling bad, the bear demon throws the meat in the trash. He then approaches her and rests his paw on her shoulder. Do you remember me? The bear looks at her as his eyes begins to water. Annabelle turns to look at him. Annabelle has never met a bear demon before. There isn't anything about him that she recognizes. So who is he? No, I'm sorry. Annabelle rests her hand on his paw. Oh, that's okay, bitch. It's me, Jackson. The bear demon responds, Jackson? Annabelle remembers when she and him used to hang out at times. Alari always made a great babysitter. Jackson was always willing to play a game of tag, but he was a sore loser. Annabelle joyfully hugs him as Jackson hugs her back. They both missed each other dearly. They both thought they would never see each other again. So wait a minute. Annabelle stops hugging him and she lifts a brow. How did you end up down here? She rests her hands on his shoulders. Jackson anxiously looks away as he begins to sweat as if his teacher was asking him that question in class. Well, Jackson's eyes look back and forth. You see, remember when we used to pet sit animals? Jackson asks. Yes. Annabelle responds. Well, I used to fuck up cats and other animals, and then I brutally took out a knife and stabbed them in the ass, the eyes, and tore out their tongues, and then I'd eat them when no one was around. He holds his hands together. Oh, Annabelle backs up. Jackson was always so sweet and caring. He had always helped her at times. He never thought he would end up doing this. Annabelle knows she has to continue her plan before Adam and the angels get here. Jackson, there's something I need to tell. Then, like a flash of lightning, Ares rushes in and swiftly grabs Jackson as Annabelle watches him leave, still holding Jackson in his arms. This time I will make that bitch pay. Aries yells, vanishing into the fog as Jackson cries out for help. Ah! Annabelle! Help me! Jackson cries, struggling to break free. After staying at the hotel for a while now, Annabelle remembers when she was informed that Husky and Kitty were using a machine portal from hell to heaven. Without hesitation, Annabelle presses the button with speed, and as soon as the portal begins to appear, with courage, Annabelle leaps through the portal and enters the kingdom of heaven. Annabelle looks around, seeing she is inside of Mindy's house. There are photos of men everywhere. The chairs, tables, and sofas are all a gold color with gems of all colors. Mindy's favorite Hello Kitty plushie is laying on the sofa. The pillows are a purple with gems on it. The carpet is a white color with the fridge is white and the counters are white and brown colored. Just then, Annabelle hears Mindy's voice. Annabelle, what are you doing here? Mindy narrows her eyes. She doesn't care for her sister. She is a whore, and Mindy couldn't bear the fact that others love Annabelle more than her. How dare she enters her home? I won't stay long. Do you know where Andrew and Soren are? Annabelle asks. Why do you think Andrew and Soren will want to speak to you? You're banished, Mindy argues. Mindy narrows her eyes. Annabelle's always getting all the men's attention. Of course she would ask where one of them are. Because we're friends. Why wouldn't they want to talk to me? Annabelle lifts her hands up in the air. My poor, sweet baby sister. Mindy looks at Annabelle. Mindy remembers where Andrew and Soren have been. She knows that they would never choose Annabelle because they are both already in love with someone else. I'm so sorry you have to find out about this. But Andrew and Soren don't like you. Not even a little bit. I know where they've been recently. The same places they've always been. Andrew is with Aries and Soren is with Emily. Mindy smirks at Annabelle. If Mindy can't have anyone at all and be loved, then why should Annabelle? What's better is that it's true. Andrew is still married to Aries and Soren is engaged to Emily. Mindy remembers long ago, before Annabelle passed, Soren had announced his relationship with Emily. The two are like birds of a feather and stick to each other like glue. As for Aries and Andrew, they've always had the same thing in common with one another. They never fought and always had wonderful killer sex together when they were alive. Informing Annabelle about these secrets will surely harm her more. You see, Mindy walks over to the window and points outside. Annabelle follows her lead, and with devastation, Annabelle's eyes water as she feels limp in her throat. Her heart sinks, and she felt like she is frozen to the floor of Mindy's house when she saw Soren and Emily are chasing each other with Murray. The two never looked so thrilled before. They are like two deer prancing around a forest and two doves flying around in the clouds. Emily swiftly bolts into one of the clouds while Soren looks around back and forth trying to find her. He holds his hands together in front of himself and he lifts a brow with puzzle. Then with cheer, as Soren is distracted by other angels giggling and having fun, Emily slowly peeks her head out from the clouds and immediately grabs him into her embrace as they both are giggling as Emily swiftly swirls him around as if they are a water tornado. They truly are in love. How could they do this after all they've been through? Annabelle was always there for him, and yet they never saw her as their girlfriend. Annabelle thought to herself, I feel so stupid being led on like that. Annabelle turns away from the window and wipes the tears off her face. I always say, Andrew, Soren, I know she's a filthy whore, but a hurtful truth is better than a comforting lie. Mindy looks at her. But bless their soft hearts, they wouldn't listen. I'm so sorry they did this to you. Mindy rests her hand on her shoulder. It's not your fault, but I'm glad I know the truth, Annabelle said with a sigh, and she rests her head on Mindy's chest. Oh, Annabelle, that's what sisters are for, Mindy responds with a smirk. I'm not sure this is a bright idea, sir, Vince suggests. He was forced by Ares to help him defeat Alari. Vince didn't want any part of the war against the other demons. He is a scientist, not a warrior. Sneaking out of heaven is bad enough. They are in the center of hell, where they can hear all the sounds from screaming, loud gun shooting sounds, and the cries for help. The buildings are run down with holes in some of them. Jackson is tied up in the rope beside Ares. Teddy Bear Demon narrows his eyes with annoyance. Wow, this is your master plan? Maggot breath? Wow, great master plan, douchebag, the teddy bear demon yells. Ares turns to him, narrowing his eyes. Shut the fuck up! Your bitch face friends started this mess, and now? Ares smirks, lifting his hands as they begin to spark with fire. I'm ending it. Jackson looks at him, feeling worried. Vince narrows his eyes, trying to see what is coming through the fog. Just then, with shock, Vince suddenly recognizes a Laurie heading towards them. That same torn mark on her ear is the same he had seen on her broken, dead, bloody body many years ago. Sir, Vince backs away, feeling terror. He knows Alari is not the same kind, loving person she once was. He could tell by the smiling look on her face that she's up to something, and he didn't want to be a part of it, mostly because she is his sister who he cares for and loves dearly. What is it, Vince? Ares turns to him. Just then, Ares looks over with sudden surprise to see Alari standing there right before them.